You're listening to the Geriatric Mamas Podcast with Jessica Raziri
and Sonia Tapley. Hey mamas, today we're going to be filling you in on all the fun that's happened this week and how cold it is here in Maine. We're also going to be talking about what you need to know if you want to cleanse yourself and your space of 2024 and bring on a fresh and positive new year.
Yes.
Can't wait. This is such a fun episode.
It is. It really is. I'm just surprised that we got through it the way that we did.
Oh yeah, seriously.
Kind of a lot of editing to do.
It's fine. No big deal.
It's fine.
Mamas, I love a full and silky texture in my face creams because they feel so healing and comforting to my dry, thirsty skin. Well, the award-winning, best-selling, lightweight moisture release water cream by Honest Beauty called Hydrogel Cream refreshes and cools my skin on application and leaves a dewy finish. As I mentioned on the Hope-isode, Kathy's story, I love mixing Hydrogel Cream into my foundation for a healthy-looking glow. Infused with jojoba and squalene to help hydrate and soothe thirst, plus 2 sizes of hyaluronic acid to help soften and firm, reducing the appearance of fine lines. Honest Beauty's Hydrogel Cream will provide a beautiful glow for very dry skin. We're leaving the link below in our show notes. Drink up, mamas.
Mamas, I want to have rosé all day, have fun, and let myself live a little without feeling drunk or feeling hungover the next day. So I treat myself by adding rosé tinted glasses to my sparkling water or lemonade. If you're like me and you're looking for calm daytime energy while feeling alert, present, and uplifted because, well, you know, you're a mom now. Adaptogenic and antioxidant-rich ingredients make rosé tinted glasses from Apothecary great for those battling feelings of stress and looking to curb signs of aging with improved skin tone and moisture. Its tincture format makes it easy to drop wherever you're making it. It's perfect for busy working moms, busy stay-at-home moms who are looking for mood and energy support on the go. We're leaving a link below and in our show notes. So cheers, mamas!
Can we just record like this?
This is so normal.
On today's episode, we're talking about...
Sonia is a pillow. A sleeping bag pillow. Oh man, it's so funny.
So
Apparently
good.
My sweater is very soft.
It's really soft and it just
today.
looks so cozy. You know, like some of those sweaters when people are wearing them, they just look so cozy.
Yeah.
It just looks so cozy.
Yeah. And if any of you tuned into our rewind from last week, this is the sweater that I wore last year, this episode, basically.
Oh, really? Yeah, but I was on the other end. I
You
was
were
all the
in
way in
Texas.
Texas, so I didn't know.
Right, and you can't see the rhinestones on screen now like you could last year. Like, they were shining bright last year. I don't know why.
Well, I love it.
Thank
You should bring it out every year. This should be like your annual...
This is my annual Christmas recording episode.
Yeah.
Outfit. And the rest is just leggings.
Oh, yeah. I live in leggings. I live in leggings so much that, like, I forget what it feels like to wear what I call hard pants.
Yeah.
And then when I put on jeans, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
we gotta calm down.
And I lost my
And the
rotation
treats.
count as well because, like, I have a bunch of those, like, really soft leggings that you sent the group the link for.
Uh-huh. Oh,
I have
I
a
love
bunch of
those.
I think I ordered like 2 packs of them, and I used to have them on a rotation of like I could wear them like 2 days in a row if it was like a good day or whatever.
Mhm.
Like everything was good. I didn't spill dinner, like anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I wasn't a slob kebab. I could wear them like 2 days in a row, but now I don't remember anymore. So all of them have to go in the laundry.
Oh, I hate that. I hate
I'm
when that
wearing my
happens.
capris right now. That's why I'm wearing leg
Oh,
warmers.
got it.
Because all
Okay. Oh, cute. I didn't even notice you were
Yeah.
wearing leg warmers. That's very 80s. I love it.
of them are 3 leggings, leg warmers, Sherpa slippers. We're good.
Yeah, well, it's like 4 degrees outside, so.
Yeah, that's how it was yesterday when we were trying to take pictures.
Oh my god. I can't even. Tell me about that.
I swore to myself that I would not step outside for the rest of the winter after that.
We were supposed to do a photo shoot this weekend that was heavily relying on snow.
Mhm.
The weather said it was going to snow, and the weather did not deliver snow. It delivered the cold, frigid air, but it did not deliver the snow.
Right.
So we had to cancel our shoot, but you still went out there.
I went out there
Like a
because the rest
champ.
of the family needed photos, and then but I didn't realize when it said it was going to be in the upper 20s to lower 30s that the windshield factor was going to be like 10 to 15. because last weekend when we were all out there,
Mm-hmm.
it said the same temperature, but there was no wind.
Yeah, the wind sucks. The wind makes everything so much worse.
Babies were crying. We kept running back to the car to like warm everyone up, and then we basically gave up within 2 minutes of one family getting there. So we got one shot, and it's not that great. It's like,
I mean, it's not terrible,
the dad
but
had just taken off his baseball hat, and the baby's face is halfway inside its bomber hat, which is probably a good thing because it was so cold.
I love the photos that you got of Annabelle and the littles, like on the wagon, are super cute.
Yeah, she's just like, hey guys, sit on me. And then she gets in the car and she's like, the babies were breaking my legs. I was like, why didn't you say anything? But she looked like she was smiling, having the best time ever.
Oh, Annabelle. So I'm so excited about that fact that Virgin River is back, and we made it to, what did we make it to last night?
Last episode, I think, because we saw the.
We were only on episode 3, I think.
Oh, we had a lot more to go.
We have more to go. Yeah. So Virgin River's back. We had a little watch party, Sonia and I. Well, my brother was just there because he helps get things set up, but he was not invested in the show like we were. But I pulled out the projector. We were surrounded by Christmas lights. We had a big spread of meat and cheeses and sweets and veggies, courtesy of Sonia. She made sure we had some kind of nutrients. Of course, we started eating the dip with chips, so that kind of.
Just like, oh yeah, you brought chips. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna give me life right now.
And some fermented grapes.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
So. Yummy.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I feel like more people need to just have those like girls' nights in like that and just cozy up to a show or a movie or something.
And the best was your mom's face when she saw the projector.
My God. My mom comes out because like their bedroom is literally right next to the living room. She comes out to go to the bathroom and she like takes a step back because there's this giant projector screen and she's taking up the entire living room. She's like, whoa, that's big. And then she like goes back to bed. We're just like, yeah.
That's us.
And then my brother's dog was just having all kinds of issues. Sonia's like, he's breathing through his nose and out through his asshole.
And then Jess was feeding him food that he probably shouldn't have, and like 2 seconds after she did, Chris pops his head in the room and he's like, that dog should not have any of this food. It won't be good.
Yeah, that was much after the fact that it already happened, so there was nothing we could really do about it. I know.
He had to be there.
He really had to be there. This tiny little dog, he's part Chihuahua, part Jack Russell mix or whatever, I don't even know, but he lost his buddy. My parents, they had to put down another dog, which is really heartbreaking. So he just lost his buddy the day before, and so he's grieving, he's emotionally eating, and so he tried a lot of different kinds of processed meats, and probably wasn't the best idea. I mean, I don't know of anything that happened. I do know that Chris spent a good portion of the day mopping the floors, so I'm not sure if that's why I didn't ask questions. I was kind of afraid to ask questions, and I just left to go record.
Chris isn't a morning person.
I was like, oh, it smells really good. Gotta go.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. He's like, might as well continue to the rest of the room since I had to spend the morning in the dog's room.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just going to choose to believe that he was just playing the role of Cinderella and has nothing to do. Your cat is like, did you get it all? She's just like going to town.
Speaking of positivity and positive affirmations, such as he was being, did you say Cinderella?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this week's episode is also about positivity.
It is. That was a really good transition. Look at you. Look at you with the segue.
Was that segue?
It was amazing. Good job. Yep.
We weren't looking at each other all weird. Like, where are we going?
I was like, where is she going? Speaking about litter boxes. What? What is this week's episode about?
Hopefully we don't smell my cat's asshole.
Well, it would be only fitting because you smelled our dog's asshole, my parents' dog's asshole last night. So, well, since you gave us a really strong segue into what this week's episode's going to be. So, today on episode 76.
No way.
I know. We are going to be talking about what you need to know if you want to cleanse yourself and your space of 2024 and bring on a fresh and positive new year. Just
Bring on the
light
freshness.
up that dumpster fire, send it out your
Ship
front
it,
door, ship it.
into Jessica's fire pit. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes,
We're gonna
away from me.
Right, we're gonna have a Jessica's brother light us a fire.
Yeah.
We're gonna do lots of things
Mm-hmm.
this year.
Gonna bring out all the witchiness, all the spirituality.
We need it.
Gonna learn how to hex people. Just kidding.
You said you're kidding.
Yeah, of course.
1000%.
All right, kick it off, Sonia. What's one of the first things you could do?
So, cleansing scents, and I have to say, I am obsessed with this one because I love fragrances.
Me too. Aromatherapy
so
is my
yeah.
jam. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is really about like burning fragrances, but for the most non-committal amongst us, there are ways to start small. Just about the easiest way to change the energy in your own space is to change the way it smells. Sure, it may not alter the way things are going outside the four walls of your home, but what better way to bid the year adieu than with a sensory cue that grounds one in positivity? Think citrus scents with top notes like orange zest, which promote a positive mentality and imbue your space with an uplifting energy.
Mm-hmm.
Siobhan Christian, founder of Spoken Flames Candles, tells us scent impacts how we experience our space. It can trigger our brain receptors to respond calmly or even with excitement or vigor. When we curate our space through scent, we align our senses and ultimately our whole being with our goals. It's like getting our mind and our body on the same channel so we can manifest with ease and greater intention. According to Christian, you can elevate this practice by not only burning a candle with these notes, for example, Spoken Flames Pinewood Crisp, but also by repeating a mantra or positive affirmation while you light it. We've matched that particular scent with a strong affirmation. I can, I will, I did. But such a refreshing scent fusion can work for any positive intention, says Christian. And this was from Town and Country magazine. This reminds me, and it has nothing to do with citrus, but it reminds me of like when realtors have families bake cookies or burn a cookie or cake smelling candle before showings because it
makes you think of home.
Yeah, it gives you the home vibes.
Yeah. It's funny that you bring up cookies because back in the day when I used to work at Victoria's Secret, remember like all of like the traditional spells like Love Spell, Cucumber Melon, and whatever the other ones were. But Love Spell, apparently they put notes of vanilla in it for a reason, because vanilla will remind men of their mom's cookies and baking and like in the kitchen.
Oh my god.
And so that's why it was called Love Spell, because the notes, the hint of vanilla in there is like home and it's comforting to men.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It just so happens that vanilla is one of my favorites. I absolutely love vanilla. In fact, after reading this, I forgot about the citrus part. Like my brain just threw citrus out the window and it went straight to vanilla. And I ordered some like vanilla carpet scents, and we need to go to the Bath and Body Works store and get some candles. Like, I love vanilla balsam all winter. Like all winter.
I love, like during winter, I love the winter scents, like the Christmas wreaths or pine or amber, any kind of like wood scents. Like I love all of that. It's so good. And then cinnamon. Oh my gosh, so funny. I saw this meme recently and it was like, it showed this girl, she's like, oh wow. She's like, what does that smell? It reminds me of Fireball. And then the other person goes, well, Becky, us non-alcoholics refer to that as cinnamon.
Right.
And I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, cinnamon. That's a thing.
Got it. Oh yeah, that's right. Cinnamon as well. Cool. You do you, Becky. Okay, so this next one is one that you all know that I'm a huge fan of because I do this every year. So, burning and smudging and smoke. Lighting a candle brings burning sage or perhaps Palo Santo to mind, but tarot reader and all-around spiritual guru Anna Tunk explains the complexities of practicing such a ritual to clear one's space. Smudging is a sacred way to clear someone of negative thoughts and energy using smoke by burning herbs or plants practiced by Native Americans. It's worth noticing this is considered religious to the Native Americans, and they weren't allowed to practice it freely until 1978. So it's important as a non-native to not dilute this practice. In other words, if you are not Native American or indigenous, you want a smoke bath or smoke cleanse, which do not have religious connotations, opposed to smudge. Smudging is a way to cleanse negative energy, attract positive energy, improve your mood, and it even has a variety of health benefits as well. You burn a bundle of sage and waft it over yourself or your space. It's often accompanied by a prayer or a recitation to set the intention and focus your energy of your smudge as you waft the smoke. The word waft, just like, I can't. It's so funny. So many smudging guides tell you to extinguish the sage while you're finished smudging. However, when you extinguish it, you're interfering with the natural burning of your smudge. It's a spiritual practice, so the smudge needs to burn out on its own. We don't crush it, smother it, or blow it out. We allow it to burn until it naturally burns out on its own. So with that said, we don't need a smudge with the entire bundle. We can break it apart and use as much as we need for one smudging session. First of all, that's a really good point. I always use like the entire bundle, and like then I feel like I'm wasting so much of it. So I never really thought about just breaking some of it off. That's really good. I always kind of think of like my own things that I recite. What did I say last year? I was going around the house and I was like, as I walk through this house, I'm cleansing the space of negative energy, and I like cracked all the windows. That's another thing too. You're supposed to crack all of the windows as you're smudging and open the door. Yeah, so that way it's like the negative energy is out, and as you're going, I was like wafting like the smoke up into the corners of each room, but then also like pushing to the windows, and it was like negative energy out, good energy in, like nothing but healing and love and prosperity. And I was just like going in each room like la la la. It was funny because Hayden was sleeping in his room, and I was just like, I was in his room, I was like a psycho, but like, and I'm like creeping in there, and I'm like, as I walk through the room, and I'm like saying it, and I'm just like with the sage, like poor kid, if you were to wake up, you'd be like, what is going on? What is my mom doing right now?
My mom lost her mind.
Yes, son, she has. She absolutely has. I like the smell of sage. Not a lot of people do, but oh, I love it.
I think I know what sage obviously smells like, but I've never thought of it as like a burning scent. I don't think I've ever smelled it as like a burning scent. So I think we're definitely going to do it this year.
It's interesting because when it's one of those scents that when you first blow it out and it's just like the smoke of it, it can be a little it's a little sharp. Yeah. Sharp, I feel like, is the best description of it for some reason. But as it kind of settles, that like lingering after smell, I feel like smells so good. Yeah. My acupuncturist used to like constantly smudge after like
Did she leave it burning?
Like there was one time I showed up to my appointment and she's like, I was gonna put you in this back room, but like I just smudged it and it needs some time. Yeah, we're gonna go to this other room because she's like, I don't know, that person was just very negative and I didn't like it. So like whenever she'd have like a really negative like patient, she'd just like smudge the shit out of the room and she's like, we're just not gonna go in there for a while.
Can you imagine, like, in your work, in your office, like, somebody comes in and then they leave and you're like, you're wafting it.
I wish I thought to do that, like, literally just, like, how insulting, too. Like, you see them in
and since we work remote, we'll be, like, wafting our computer screen, like, just waft it. You can waft your email inbox.
I did sage my area after my last job because it was so negative and it was so horrible. Right. I saged the shit out of my desk, my computer, everything, my body. I was just like saging everything. Like, get away from me. That was awful. Yeah.
You have a bad inbox day. You should sage your inbox.
Oh, I wonder.
What if we could use saging to fill our inbox with stories?
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna,
stories.
This is like, now we're getting into like manifesting.
Okay, we're gonna get into that too. Okay, so let's continue.
Let's continue.
With smudging.
Move on.
From Town & Country magazine's article, Tunk explains, pretty much everyone has some kind of smoke or burning ritual for clearing or inviting different energies. Think about Catholic Mass, for example. Often incense is burned. At its core, the idea with a lot of smoke-based practices is that it cleanses with fire and smoke to purify and protect. Her advice? Experiment with it. Some love to light a cinnamon stick and cleanse their home and spice up their love life. In Italian cultures, often rosemary was burned to clear, protect, and make you more memorable. There's something for everyone, so burn away. But if you don't want to burn sage or Palo Santo, Tunk has some important notes. First, if you're going to burn sage, use one leaf because a little goes a long way. Undo that bundle and burn a leaf and then donate to an indigenous cause and thank the earth for its offering. The same goes for Palo Santo, which is also being over-harvested. Investigate your source. We are using the tools to clear and bring goodness into our homes and lives, so know who you are buying or acquiring it from so the energetic chain feels good, she advises. I was thinking of just going to like one of those cute little shops in Portland.
I bought mine off Amazon.
Oh, yeah, there's that too.
No, but I think we should go to one of the cute
Like,
shops
what
in
about-
Portland. I think
there's
that's
gotta
way
be
better.
some,
What is it called?
Starts with an M.
Yeah, it's the metabolical.
Yeah, I don't know.
Metaphysical. Metaphysical. Let me look it up. Metaphysical. People who like are all into this as they're listening, they're probably screaming at their car. It's metaphysical, you idiots!
Yeah. I love it for us. The easiest way to clear space, though, according to Tunk, is somewhat unexpected. Sound. No joke, you can use fancy singing bowls and chimes if you want, but clapping and laughing anywhere the energy feels stagnant is super helpful. Can you imagine doing that when Hayden was taking a nap? Clapping, dancing?
No.
Some more helpful advice. Pay attention to the corners of rooms. Like you said, think of clearing spaces with sound and setting an intention. In the bedroom, clear and say, this space is for rest and rejuvenation. If you want to get more literal with your clearing, take a page from Tunk's book. Another thing I love to do is mop my floors with an herbal wash. I love rose water to invite love, sweetness, and abundance into my home. I also keep a very thin line of salt across my door for protection. You can also sweep your floors with an open window, thinking of sweeping all that does not serve right on out the window. But if you really want to rid yourself of some of the baggage of last year, Tunk advises, safely harnessing the power of a flame. I'm a big believer in fire and using its energy of transmutation. I'd make a list of everything I want to leave in the past, write it all out in as much detail as you can muster, and then burn it. When you do this, think of release and asking the fire to transmute it into energy that serves and supports you. Yeah.
You feel so good after too. I know like every time like after I sage, I just feel like it's just like so like therapeutic in the moment of doing it also.
Yeah.
And when she was saying too, using a cinnamon stick, so cinnamon's really good to promote prosperity. And they say that at the beginning of every month, or it doesn't have to be, like ideally it's the beginning of every month, but at least doing it once a month, every month, you go in your front door and you put a little bit of cinnamon in your hand, the palm of your hand, and you blow it. You stand outside and you blow it through your front door into your house. And it promotes wealth and prosperity to come into your home. It helps like increase money revenue.
That's
apparently.
cool.
Yeah. You're going to buy a bunch of cinnamon.
Got some in the cupboard.
Let's go.
Hey mamas, are you someone who's 35 plus and struggled with fertility, endured a miscarriage, experienced heartbreaking fostering or adoption challenges, or were perhaps flat out told by a doctor that you will never conceive naturally, and despite the odds, eventually found your happy ending by becoming a mama?
Send us your story at geriatricmamas.com. We would love to feature your journey to motherhood on a future Geriatric Mamas episode.
Okay, cleansing is self-care. Next step, either take a super salty bath or scrub away the year. Tending to your physical self could also be a ritual you could carry into the new year with purpose. Without warrant, self-care can hold a ting ring of indulgence. Cleanse that thought. Self-care does not equate selfishness. Rather, it strengthens your ability to be giving, says Jui Singh of the Jui Ash Center. In her words, flip the list and prioritize taking care of your health. Amen. In an ideal world, Singh suggests a great way to cleanse your system and partake in a bit of physical self-care is an Ayurvedic massage at the end of each season. But in lieu of that, in the COVID era, she suggests a warming essential oil massage that can be done from the comforts of your own home. Some suggestions for warming scents: cinnamon, clove, ginger, orange, peppermint, and sandalwood. I love sandalwood.
Mm-hmm.
Pick whichever speaks to you and helps you feel grounded and calm. Begin at your feet, working up to your heart. That strong and lovely heart that saw you through this past year, says Singh. Oh, my poor heart has really been through it with me this year.
Mm-hmm. This is really good. This is all really fun.
Yeah, so...
And I forgot to do the whole cinnamon through the front door, so I'm really glad that you remembered to say
Yes, yeah, you need to do cinnamon through the front door. We need to sage. We need aromatherapy, and literally we need to look up a cute metaphysical store.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember there's one in Portland.
Yeah.
And we'll pick out some crystals.
There's probably so many fun places, and we'll definitely need to do like a reel of it, just like walking through.
Yes, and something that we can look forward to is going to be coming up in the new year. We haven't set a date for it yet, but she has agreed to come on. Our friend Ginger, who did our tarot reading, and she also does Reiki, and she's just really big into the whole metaphysical stuff. So we're really excited. We're going to have her come on. So we're brainstorming some ideas of what her episode's going to be. So
yeah, because she just has so much insight.
She's very wise.
She's a very wise person.
Yeah. I always feel energized after talking to her.
Right.
Like I feel wiser. I feel like, you know, some people, it's just like talking to them. It's like just getting like a warm hug.
Yeah.
That's her. Like every time I see her, it's just like a warm hug.
Astrological sign. Have I told you? Have I looked it up yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, we need to know this. Same day as Amanda. She's a Sagittarius. We are fueled by fire signs.
That's why.
Fire signs.
She gives us life. Ginger, if you're listening to this, you give us life.
Yes. How crazy is that 3 people have the same birthday?
Yeah, it is crazy. It's not a coincidence. Well,
on that note,
I have to go grab some sage and light shit on fire. Well, yeah, so that is all we have. When this comes out, it would be the day after Christmas. So it's it's not Black Friday.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day when this comes out.
Yeah.
I always thought Boxing Day was like fighters.
Boxing match.
Yeah, I always thought it was because there was like a boxing match or something. Like Thanksgiving is football, and so I thought like Christmas was like boxing. And it wasn't until, I'm embarrassed to say this, but it actually wasn't until like just a few years ago. Somebody
You were standing in line fighting with someone.
No, but like somebody was like explained to me that like no, it's Boxing Day because like it's all the boxes from the presents and they throw them all out.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes. So
I
it's
thought
like
it was like you're standing in line to do returns and you're mad at everyone.
No,
you're mad at the world.
No. I think it's like because you have a lot of empty boxes. So it's Boxing Day. You're getting rid of all the boxing. I did too. But I also thought it was like an actual boxing match.
Okay.
Maybe we should look this up.
So back in the day when everything was in a mall and Abercrombie was the #1 store, the line used to be down the mall to do returns and exchanges. So that's where.
Well, don't get me wrong, that would piss me the fuck off as well, and I'd want to punch a bitch.
What is Boxing Day? A guide to the post-Christmas tradition. For those of us that live in the United States or don't celebrate Christmas, Boxing Day probably brings to mind the latest UFC fight, but contrary to its misleading name, Boxing Day is a holiday tradition celebrated in various countries during the stretch between Christmas and New Year's Eve. The fun part about this holiday is that it's celebrated in different ways across the world. Up north, Canada observes the holiday by cheering on their home hockey teams and shopping in a similar way to Americans on Black Friday. Oh, because there's so many sales after Christmas because of all the things they didn't get rid of.
But what about what does that have to do with boxes?
Across the pond, England dedicates December 26th to eating all of those Christmas leftovers. Each country puts its own unique twist on the holiday, which probably raises the question, what is Boxing Day? This is what we're trying to get to. To answer the question, literally, the box refers to gift boxes.
I was right, but I just found out I was right.
Yep.
I just learned this. But yeah,
Yep. Traditionally, the day was for people to box up gifts for the less fortunate and for employees to give their staff Christmas gifts.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was like throwing away all the boxes from the gifts and getting all the boxes out of your house. Whatever.
There's
Nobody
so
really
many
knows.
different ways to celebrate Boxing Day. What it was explained to me is, because we used to be the people in lines for returns and exchanges, is that it's the day when you wait in line to return and exchange and use your gift cards for
Sounds
shopping.
so terrible.
Right.
The shopping part sounds fun.
Yeah.
But waiting in lines, I can't. Well, now that we're all a little bit smarter for that information,
Yeah, for the most part.
let's just quit while we're ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so, did you just burp?
Diet Coke hits me every time.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, happy almost New Year, everybody. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. And
I'm excited to go to That's End.
yes, I know. We're so
Yeah,
excited. We have some New Year's Eve plans.
Yes.
We're gonna be sparkling. Is your dress in? Did you get your dress? Do you have your dress already?
Not yet. It'll be here soon. I got my thermal leggings though.
Yeah. Okay, cute. So we're going to get all fancy and cute. I'm so excited. After this recording, the next time you guys all hear from us, it'll be 2025, which is crazy. So I hope everybody has a happy and safe and warm holiday season.
Don't get lost in those days between Christmas and
Yeah,
New
just
Year's.
don't
Like,
don't get lost.
Go on like a sleigh ride or like do something fun.
Practice nope if you're not feeling it. If it's not bringing you joy, it's okay.
Practice
Let
the
it go.
routine to make sure you got it down.
Smudge that shit. Put them in a jar.
Write down your affirmations.
Write them down. Toss them in a fire. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Be sure to tune in next week. Your support is keeping the podcast going. You can help by following, subscribing, rating, reviewing, and especially by telling a friend to listen anywhere or watch on YouTube.
For more info, you can check out our website at geriatricmamas.com. You can follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at geriatric_mamas, on YouTube at Geriatric Mamas, Twitter at Geriatric Mamas, and follow our group page on Facebook, Geriatric Mamas.
What a shocker. If you have a topic idea you'd like us to discuss, are interested in being a guest, or simply have a funny geriatric story to tell, you can go to geriatricmamas.com and hit be a guest or send us your story. Bye-bye.